At one point, Tristan brought up that he has women from their supposed university, the real world, do interviews with him to talk about how much success they've had in the program.
Of our university.
How much is Hustlers University right now?
$49 a month, and it's remained that way since we started the product.
That's amazing.
We've been under attack by the media. They've said it's a misogynistic platform that teaches people how to hate women or all sorts of nonsense. So I just post video interviews of me with women who are inside the platform who've transformed their businesses. I post them all over online.
It really is incredible timing for Tristan to bring this up. I would like to bring your attention to this interview that Tristan conducted with a young woman who was a member of the real world.
What's your name? Where are you from? How did you find out about Andrew and I? And what made you sign up for the Heroes Year in the first place?
Yeah, my name's Kushpreet Kaur. I'm 21 years old, currently also a college student. And I joined the real world about a year and a half ago. So I was like, you know what, let me just watch this emergency meeting. And then you guys did this content creation ad towards the end of the emergency meeting. And I was like, you know what, I also need to make some money. I'm in college right now. Don't want to work a corporate job. So let me just try. When I first joined, I was skeptical. So what I first did was just click on the win section. I was like, okay, people are actually making money. I was even more skeptical. I was like, they paid these people to post this. You know what? I want to see if I make the money myself. I was like, I'll just give it a chance. Why not? Because listening to your emergency meeting was already me giving you a chance. And I joined and I made a few dollars my first few months. And, you know, I was frustrated at the time, but I wasn't mentally ready for any monetary success. But listening to Luke's lessons, shout out to Luke, I transformed my mentality in such a way that God's watching and now the monetary success is following.
Yeah, beautiful.
Tristan promoted and platformed this young lady as a success story to drive members into the real world. Yet, after Tristan did this, there was reports from members of the Tate's supposed university saying that this woman scammed them. They say that she was soliciting funds for a paid mentorship, but once they paid money, they heard a lot of excuses about things like grandparents dying, car accidents, being in hospital, and received nothing for their money, including supposed clients that never existed. This member reported losing $175,000, which is incredible, and the woman was shortly after banned from the real world, leaving a lot of members upset. Again, this comes after Tristan himself platformed her and boosted her to his members. And we have to keep in mind how much the Tates brag and quite frankly exaggerate about their wealth, with Tristan doing this heavily in his interview with Samuel Leeds.
But now I've surpassed the 75 to 90 number, certainly. And the richest people in the world, the billionaires of the world, fly the same way I fly. If they wanted to buy the best car they could only buy a car equal to mine. There probably are some houses that I couldn't afford. I don't know what the most expensive houses in the world are, but you know.
Well, there's ones around here for 150 million.
Yeah, I have properties that are very, very expensive. I certainly have more than that worth of property.
Yeah.
So like, I'm
glad to hear.
How much more money could I spend if I had it? I'm actually, now that I've bought my yacht, I've run out of things to buy. My yacht's ready in 17 months. It's under construction now. Now I've got that. I've run out of things to spend money on. So now it's just, you know, it's setting a high score, I guess.
Given that Tristan claims to have access to hundreds of millions of dollars, if not billions of dollars, do we think that he's going to make any effort to make it right with his fans who were allegedly scammed by a woman that he himself platformed? Of course not. Why? Because for any of the Tate's fans who happen to still be watching, they could not care less about you. You are a means for them to fund their legal bills and continue funding their lifestyle and nothing more. They continue to disrespect you and tell you how little they think of you by telling absurd, ridiculous lies, thinking that you are too stupid to ever fact check a single thing they say. I hope for your sake that all of you eventually can find it within yourself to prove him wrong.